What are we doing? What are we doing? We're doing vengeance, which is this is a typo. There's supposed to be an A there, but whatever. Load it up. Oh, I don't think I have truth on, but I'm squinting my eyes in case I do. No, we're good. Oh, it's 6. We can get started. Time to go for the old headphones. So how's everyone doing? Back for Vengeance Part 2 here. My right ear sounds kind of quiet. I don't know why. How's the audio going? Audio good? I think it should be. So I had the floating wire out. There's supposed to be several different LAs around this area, but I've not heard from any of them. Oh, sorry, I have links turned off. I don't know. My stream isn't really big enough to have to worry about spammers, I don't think, but I'm just trying to err on the side of caution. You can just, I don't know, post it somewhere. I'm not sure where the best place would be. That is a good question. You could type out. You could like just remove the .com part or something and do the rest of it with like the slashes. I don't know, something like that, or maybe a screenshot. Well, I don't know if you can post images in there. So lots of biologics going on, and it's quiet in these parts. Quiet, quiet, quiet. All right, dear. Fishing boats making me thinking I'm seeing something interesting, but they're just fishing boats. Have we just cleared this at the end of the last video? I don't remember. Belugan campaign wiki. Very well, thank you very much, Riktiga. Yeah, the water's looking pretty calm right now. But what is this? What is this? Is this a This is our fishing boat just hanging out. We're gonna check this out and see what happens with this bad boy. Have I looked at this guy already? I think we know this guy. This is bearing 4-2. Okay, so I think this solution is wrong. The toad's been straight for a while, so that's not the issue. 0-1, yeah, this is off. Looks like he's changed speed at some point, probably going slower now or something. I don't know. Yeah, you don't know. Something like that. Rough and tumble out there in the seas, heavy seas. We got a crazy sea state going on as well. I'm trying to stay off this shelf, this birdwood bank here. Got our history going on. I think I'm going to try and stay decently in this area here, this patrol area. I don't know. Not sure if I'm going to go this far west or not. Yeah, there's some more of that old fishing boat stuff. Fishing boat. I think the gimmick of this mission is that we're going to find this kilo while he's snorkeling in this storm or something. What is that? That is faint. Is that... that might be a reciprocal to that guy that we were just seeing.
Con sonar. I have a new contact.
So it's a Russian boat, so I
1,
was expecting
2,
to hear that.
9, designated Sierra. 3.
But no, I think that I'm pretty sure that's a reciprocal to this guy up here. Oh, we don't need radar. God, no. No radar. I felt like I just saw a frickin' whiff of something, but I guess not. I thought I saw it here, but that wouldn't make sense on this zoom scale here. Ah, very nice. Glad to hear it. I used to study Russian, and maybe I got it from there. I know it's not Swedish, but you get what I'm saying. I should zoom in if I think I'm seeing something, obviously. I have to get a little up close and personal here, coming into your living room looking for frequencies. Okay, that's where it's such a zoom scale that look at the cursor out there. It's actually like stopping on specific frequencies. I think that's like a finer resolution than the signals that we get. Oh boy. There's like no point to not be at this frequency scale if we're looking for a kilo. I need to get my frequency sheet up. Need the frequency sheet. Where ye be? Here you go. Kilo. 50. Yeah, very well. Just had to verify that a 50 is what we were looking for here. It's not like we're dealing with an alpha which has a 100. I don't know why the alpha has 100. If anyone potentially knows, feel free to enlighten me, but I see no reason why the alpha should have a 100 first frequency. Not sure why it would have a different electro generator frequency than just 50. I don't know. Seems odd to me, but I'm not sure. Yeah, okay. Let's secure from this run here.
Retrieve the starboard towed array.
Keep
Helm aye.
boogieing along here. I think we had just gotten to this point. Maybe not. Does anyone know like what kind of interval goes on between these dots? How long of a time frame are you looking at? I guess I could back calculate it. 221, 428, 600, 823. It's like a half mile with 6 of those. Oh, I don't feel like... why can't it be in metric? That would just be easier to do. Jeez. How's this coming? I might as well start diving.
All ahead 2/3. Helm aye.
How deep we going? How deep we going? Is that shallower? I feel like the layer used to be like a little deeper than that. But we are also running. We're also running around here. We were on this shelf and we're kind of off of it now. Yeah, no skin off my bones. Let's go to 451. That's good enough.
Make my depth 451 feet. Dive aye.
Look at that, 4999 feet. It's such precision, so precise. As we dive into the deeps, the depths. That has a nice curve to it. I can't tell you the last time I saw a sound curve with that kind of bend going on. That's a nice bend. I'm not familiar with the details of this, but this is going straight and then this bends back. You would almost think you'd expect to see like a second layer somewhere in here, but I don't know. I never took any kind of like class on sound propagation, which would have been a nice thing to do, but it's not really in the scope of my major. That might have been in an electrical engineering major potentially, but maybe not. Probably not even, I don't even know if that would be in like, that'd probably be like a science. Probably have to do like some kind of science. Not necessarily an engineering class, at least not that one that I would know of. That's interesting. What is that? Is that just a whale? Well, I guess we lost it. We're underneath the layer now. So the layer mechanics are kind of funky. So since depth is measured from the keel of your boat, from the bottom, and your boat has height to it, as long as like a chunk of it is like, say the layer is like here, and then you go beneath it, and then you got the layer that's like here. Part of your boat's still above the layer, so it's still like you still hear sound from above the layer, but then as soon as like your conning tower dips below, it just drops off. So if you're trying to get beneath the layer, make sure you're like a good like 45 feet or like 15 meters beneath it, just to make sure that you're really underneath the layer. Because as you can see, all this has dropped off, and now we actually gained acuity getting away from that surface clutter. Going underneath the layer here, we got some acuity going on. A really sharp increase. That's interesting, for sure. Is that something? No. You end up looking at the broadband so much you start seeing trends that aren't really there because you're just desperately itching for a contact. Oi, oi, oi. Okay, well, we're under here. We're secure from towed. Retrieval.
All ahead flank.
Oh, no,
All
easy
ahead
on that
flank.
front.
Helm aye. All ahead full.
We are
Helm
at
aye.
cavitation depth, as you can see by this little burst of bubbles
Con
here.
sonar. No longer cavitating.
We need to go deeper. Where's that damn cavitation table? Where did that go? I need to be probably closer to like 500 feet if I don't want to, 550 or 600 even if I don't want to cavitate.
Make my depth 5.
So
5.
down we go. On the way down. No, I'm not going to do that. This is the happy hour stream. What's everyone drinking? Happy hour stream. I got more Blue Moon like last time. Nothing crazy. I might make a whiskey sour later on. It's a little earlier, so I'm not going to be... Last time, those 2 drinks really... I was a little more inebriated than I thought. I had the spins when I went to bed. I was like, jeez, man. Jeez. Okay. What is this cavitation table saying? At 30 knots, 466 feet or deeper. So we should be good to go at this end right now.
All ahead flank. Helm aye.
Yeah, we're good. Alright, flank it up. And I wish I knew where my buddies were. And that'll be helpful. That would be helpful. Wish I knew where the buddies were. Am I the only one drinking at the happy hour stream, man? Come on now. It's Friday. Friday happy hour stream. Oh, there I go. Whoa, there she goes. We've displaced about 10 nautical miles from our original position. But we've traveled more than that. Maybe almost close to 3 times that. And maybe not that much, but maybe 20, 25 nautical miles we've gone total so far. When did this start? I guess at 5:0500-ish. Because it's been about 3 hours. Oh, you stopped drinking, Rictiga. Very well. Oh, some Captain Morgan, eh? Oh, man. Harkening me back to my college days. My roommate loves the Captain. I do not really care for rum. Probably from a bad experience in college. Couldn't tell you why exactly. I know why I don't care for cheap vodka. That was a bad experience in college for sure. Cheap vodka. Let me pronounce it a little more properly. Vodka. Might as well keep the high frequency just turned on, you know, because it's not counter detectable. Unfortunately, but might as well just leave it on. Who knows? Could stumble across a kilo. Might as well leave it on. Oh, I barely drink anymore. I usually just drink with dinner, or if I'm at my parents' place, we'll just have drinks in the afternoon or something. I usually just drink with food these days. Oh, Jana, shush you. You're not the... Someone else was also doing that last time. They kept saying torpedo in the water. Yeah, if I find it on the high frequency while flanking, I'm gonna have to come to a stop really quick. At that point, he'll probably hear me, so if I see him on the high freak, it's probably game over at that point anyway. Probably game over, man. Game over. You know, all that aliens going on up in here. If I were to assume that I was the middle of 5 LAs, you could expect... Well, hang on, revise that. I'm going based on my current position and not where I've been. Not where I started. You might expect LAs like this. One may expect LAs to be like that. Maybe this one even closer into shore. That's a pretty decent sized gap, but not terribly big if you were to run back and forth. I really have no basis for deciding if I'm the middle of 5 or the first of 5 or the last of 5. I don't know. I don't know. I wish I knew where my buddies were. So I think I might get up to this waypoint and then probably, maybe not even that far, and then turn back. Stay off the edge of this shelf here so I can flank it up. Keep the flank going. So this circle I drew here is the approximate range at when the Kilo, if he was in ideal sonar conditions, would be able to hear me, but we have a very bad sea state going on. If he's beneath the layer, this is when he'll hear me. If he's above the layer, and I'm above the layer, it's going to be a lot shorter because I'm not going to become flank, first of all, but if he's above the layer and I'm under the layer flanking, obviously not going to hear me. So it looks like I'm doing about 3 or 4 nautical miles sprints before chilling. That's probably a good interval. I should probably come out of the run here, because this Kilo's going to be slippery. We want to make sure we can try and see him here.
Make
All
my
ahead
depth
2/3.
2,
Hell
5,
my.
0 feet. Dive I.
If you were to go every 5 miles, you could easily, even at 4 or 3 miles, I could run right over him and potentially not find him, but I'm just trying to keep it a little finer grained. If you go 10 nautical mile intervals, you're definitely not helping yourself. But 3 or 4 is probably the biggest I want to go on these search intervals here. This is a tough one. I think the gimmick of this mission is that we're going to end up finding this Kilo's going to snorkel at some point. That's the only way I can, because this is like literally worse than trying to find a needle in a haystack. We're talking a large swath of ocean here, my friends. A large swath of blue water going on here. And this Kilo doesn't sound like it's in a rush to get anywhere, per se. Kilo 630 is headed for South America and will pass south of the Falkland Islands within the next 24 hours. 5 subs have been tasked with intercepting and sinking before it can reach safety. Your patrol area is near the Birdwood Bank. Near the bank. All it says is south of the Falkland Islands. It doesn't say... I guess I don't know. They don't know per se where it's going. This is all just preface material. That doesn't really matter to my purposes. Clear to shoot only a positive identified Kilo. Check the surface to make sure he's not a trawler. At that point, positive ident. And after that, he's a dead positive ident. That's how it goes. Got ourselves a 5-blader. All right. We're above the layer. Might as well.
All
come
ahead
out. We're almost
1/3.
at
Hell
cruising
my.
depth here. Almost at search depth. This might be a little too shallow for this layer. We'll go with it. Let's get this bad
Stream
boy
the
out.
starboard towed array. Hell
I'm
my.
just going to stay at 5 knots. Kilo doesn't have a toad. So I'm just going to stay at 5 knots here. Nothing on the high freak. This is a very small high freak. I don't know how this one works. You just click. Because the Seawolf has a pretty advanced high freak. Or it's a lot bigger than this. New headset. Oh, for sure. This headset is no longer made. Well, this isn't really a headset. This is headphones. But this is Audio Technica open back. I think they were like $150, but these things are amazing. You can hear so much detail. It's awesome. And they're very directional for like video games. It's a lot of fun. But if you were to like take these off and play something loud next to it, you could hear it from like... I would be able to hear it from here. It would be loud. But they're good. But they're not made anymore. But audio, they're good. They're good regardless. I accidentally vacuumed up the audio jack for it, and I had to replace the jack end. I was gonna make that a video. Some of you may remember that, but you couldn't see anything in the video, so I was like, I'm not gonna upload this. And but yeah, I went through all that hassle just to get these bad boys back up and running because they're so great. I love them so much. So amazing. East to west for sure. The question is it more... Okay, well, the Kilo is either going... If it's this far south, the Kilo is either going here to like Tierra del Fuego, or it's rounding the Cape, rounding the Horn. In which case, it's gonna be coming like, you know, like this somewhere, most likely. I mean, it's possible you could. If it were me, I would probably kick it this way, but they may have fuel constraints. They may have time constraints. So I'm for sure, and I think the mission is set up so like obviously we're here. We're not supposed to go over here and find a kilo. So I'm pretty certain that the kilo is coming somewhere through this threshold. But it's just that, this is like 200 miles long. It's almost 300 miles long, this threshold here. So like it's a big search area. So after I do this little search here, we're gonna secure from this. Too much.
Retrieve the
We're
starboard
gonna
towed
secure
array.
from this. I'm
Helm
gonna
aye.
start heading back the other way and check out this side over here. Expensive headphones are worth it if you enjoy sound. They are very much worth it. Me and my girlfriend have gotten to Game of Thrones recently, and on my TV with its like $50 computer speakers that I bought for it, it's hard to hear what they're saying sometimes, but as soon as I watch it on these bad boys, like no problems at all understanding people. So I think I just need to get a better sound system for my TV. Okay, here. Alrighty. Let us continue the search. It's very noisy up here, which is the issue, but not big a deal. Oh man, I'm feeling that beer already. Very nice. Do I have any snacky snacks? Now's not a time to eat. No one wants to hear me eat, so just gonna deal. What do we got? Oh, I want to. Come on, get down there. Get down there. I like when these videos, when I play in the LA, because it's green, it doesn't get messed up like the red lines on the. Because for some reason when you compress the red, it looks like crap afterwards, but the green looks fine. And that cavitation video, I zoomed in on the sonar to like show what was happening, and I've considered doing that for like the Russian boats, but it's like it's gonna be a lot of work to always zoom in on that to show so people can see it better. But I don't know. I don't even hear that fishing boat anymore. Okay, am I still above the layer, or is the toad still above the? Yeah, we're not seeing stuff as well, which is interesting. I turned it off.
Stream the
Put out a
starboard
little more
towed array.
slack.
Helm aye.
A little bit. A wee little bit. A wee little shite whiskey. Whoa. There's some kind of jet flying over right now. I don't know if you can hear that. That is loud. By the time I go out there to try and look and see what it is, it's going to be too late. It's going to be gone. But that was that was loud. That was definitely a fighter, I think. What was I asking about the LA's high frequency earlier? How does it work? Because, like, on the other boats, you have, like, a dedicated mark button, but I guess on this one, you just click and it marks. It's very primitive high frequency display compared to, like, the Seawolf's high frequency, which takes up, like, a good chunk of the screen. But this one's just like, clicky, clicky. But I'm curious as to why back there I was seeing all these biologics and now I'm not seeing anything. And it's like, what's going on that front? I could figure out what these whales are. Whaleman? The Pokemon? So these ones were at like 60 from my old position. No, not a range circle, an area circle. These were at bearing 60. So those were like that. And now I'm seeing the whales at bearing 70. Drawing tools 70. What? Well, I'm assuming the whales are moving because that would be an intersection of like here. And I don't think the whales are there, so they have to be moving. Oh my god. It's getting very close. Reminiscent of like the Dallas sequence. A whale, Beaumont, a whale. Oh, trippy. Torpedo tubes. There's nothing inside my boat. It's a ghost ship. Oh my gosh. There's some of the sails sticking through. Now I'm like, I used to do this all the time when I played Subcommand back in the day, but I guess I'll do it again. Just looking at the inside of the model that you're not supposed to see. You can see the outlines of anechoic tiles and stuff. The texturing for it. I do play in windowed mode. but in Windows 8 and above, Windows mode is not possible because Windows 8 and above do not support 16-bit color depth, as I have heard in my travels. Freaking whale. I don't think there are any. I hold no contact, so we're heading back east. So let's retrieve this.
Retrieve the starboard towed array. Helm aye.
I might on my way back. I might flank until I get to like here or something. I'm not sure. I think I will do something like that. Try and just get back over there a little more quickly because we've looked over here. We've stopped here. We've stopped here. We've stopped here. We've stopped here and here. Let's go ahead and turn around.
Come left to course 095.
Set that
Helm aye.
550 feet.
All
off
ahead
at
Make my
2/3.
depth
Helm aye.
550 feet. Dive aye.
I do enjoy the windowed mode. The game can be buggy when you're alt tabbing, so windowed mode is just easier for me. I'm recording. I'm looking at frequency sheets. I like windowed mode better, especially with the RA frequency sheet and an Excel spreadsheet. I've never considered. There was one time where I considered printing it out. I'd have to reorganize it better, but it's a very long frequency sheet. Not sure if it's worth printing out. It's a lot of paper. My printer is double-sided capable, so that wouldn't it be terrible to do. But yeah, it would be nice to organize this frequency sheet a la Lamy by like ship type, prop type, propulsion. That would be nice to do, but that would be very tedious and that would take a long time. And no one's paying me for it, so I'm not sure if I'll do it. It might be better as a group effort. You could get a group of friends to be like, okay, you do this kind of ship, you do that kind of ship, then you bring your results together or something. I don't know. It would be nice to have it broken down like that, or at least my graphics look crisp. Well, it's not. The problem with Dangerous Waters is that this is a 11-year-old game. Back when like 4:3 and 5:4 were the way to go video ratios, and now everyone does 16:9. So there's going to be stretch. That's also another benefit. I prefer not stretched, so I will take native. But I also do it at a lower resolution because the 720 is 4:3, whereas the 1280 by 1024 is 5:4, so you don't see as much width. The 721s make a wider video. I don't know. I thought that would be good to do. I want to try and fiddle around and see if I can't get the game to run at 1600 by 1200, but somehow I can scale it down while it's running and record it at 1600 by 1200 still, and then I could make 1080 videos. But I found a program where I try to fiddle around with that, but I need to fiddle with it more. I might be able to get that to work. I don't think it would give you a benefit as you were playing. I think it would only just benefit me just because I want to upload it in a 1080 video, but if you're just playing with a 1600 by 1200 scale down, it's not going to look as nice as just like a native, or just like if it's running at a native resolution. Alright, we're turned around. We're down
All ahead
here.
flank. Helm aye.
Flank it up.
Steady on course 095.
I kind of want to head a little more like this, so we'll do
Come
that.
left to course
I'm just that close
087.
by a
Helm
little
aye.
bit. It would be so annoying if your captain was like, come left by 1 degree. It's like, it's such a narrow margin. I don't know. It always, well, okay, that was me. That's a 60. I better well.
Steady on course
Man,
087.
Almost done, man. I need some hot wings or some happy hour appetizers going on. Alrighty, so we got ourselves a little run. I might not wait till here. I might stop here and then check out. Just increase the interval to like 7 miles or something. But then after this point, I might go back to a slow interval and check it all out again. No idea if this solution is correct. Haven't a clue. Let's try and draw this. For some reason, this is a bug in RA. You like right-click to get the time scale, and it goes over here. Okay, well that time I was able to get my mouse over to it before it disappeared, but sometimes it doesn't work. It looks like if you do it quick enough and land right there, it'll work, but What I usually do is you can bring this up and then do the arrow keys. Ooh, we have multiple data sets on this feller here. Okay, 5 knots obviously does not work. I mean, it could potentially work. I don't think this guy's going at constant speed though. That's the problem, because there was different intensities of signal strength on the Toad in very short time intervals. Hello, LA688I. On the way to Cuba. If it was on the way to Cuba, it would be going north. We are at the bottom of the world over here. This is the Cape. This is Cape Horn. No, this is the Cape of Good Hope. Cape Horn is Cape Horn is in Africa. Africa. South Africa. That was like a spoken typo. Say Cape Horn 5 times fast. See what happens. Alright, we're running flank. We're only making 32 knots, so the skipjack is ever so slightly faster. Yeah, 32 is our max.
Make turns for 32 knots. Maneuvering I.
I might as well clear these waypoints. A. No point. Remove. No! Okay, we're good. Nothing bad happened. That just wasn't the button I wanted to press. So we got ourselves... We're going a little bit. Got a little bit of a transit going on here. It's going to take about... Hang on. I'll be right back. That jet's flying over again. Oh, what is it? Oh, I missed it. I didn't see it. It's too fast. Too fast, man. It's too hard to see. I want to see what it is. It's obviously a jet. It's not a plane. Well, it is a plane, but it's not like a commercial jet. Yeah. I think there's multiple benefits to the banded screw. I think it could be slightly anti-cavitation, because you can get cavitation at the tips of the blades, and it can also protect the Toad. If the Toad brushes up against that, I'm sure it's not good, but it's better than getting sliced. And then yeah, under ice is another option as well. All viable options. But the downside is that it makes the outside of the... As you have weight further out, the moment of inertia goes up. It gets harder to turn this. So that's a downside to it, having this weight out here. It makes it harder to turn. So your top speed is not going to be as high with that banded screw there. Probably is. I'm very close to Andrews Air Force Base. I have seen F-16s around before. I'm not really in a flight pattern here. When I was in College Park, I was in the Andrews flight pattern. I would see Globemasters, Super Stallions, and Apache or two. I saw Air Force One twice, so that was fun. But I don't see any planes around here. I'm not even in Dulles' pattern unless there's like the wind is just right that day or something. Need more shaft work. Always need more work. Do work, son. F-22. F-22, Ben. Oh, I'm out of beer. Okay, let's I'm gonna chill for a bit before I get my next drink so I don't kill myself like last time. Might as well keep an eye on the high freak here. Is the game sound too loud? Because it's not too loud for me, but I'm not sure for the stream if it's too loud. Let me know, because when you get in these screens it gets kind of loud, but I don't usually stay at flank in these screens. So obviously in the stock game they modeled these little pods for like the Toad to come out, but then in RA they have the Toad coming out of these the stern planes here. So I've heard that these are for torque reduction when changing speed, because this single screw is gonna generate a torque and twist the boat. So the screw's turning this way, the boat's gonna twist it that way when you increase speed, and vice versa. Roger that. Run like hell. That's just Barney Calhoun from Half-Life. It doesn't mean anything in particular. This could be a very long stream series. This is like a potentially 24-hour mission, so there's a lot of content to go through. It might start getting boring at some point. I may start time lapsing, but who knows. For now, we're just hanging out. We're chilling. We're finished our beers and hanging out. It would be cool if there was just like reactor stuff to look at. That would be fun. I would enjoy that. Not much to do when you're transiting, besides target surface target trawlers with TASMs or something. I don't know. I was thinking of putting a harpoon in one of the tubes, but I'm like, I'm in LA. If there's a surface kilo, I can just launch a TASM at him. Like, forget the harpoon, man. Want all those torps in the tubes you can get. I will at some point. Not sure when. Maybe I'll do that next. I recorded the Portal 2 finale yesterday. Maybe I will do Red Alert 2 next. That would be fun. I want to do Bioshock 2 as well. We can do an info. I'm not sure how many of you watch those series. If you favor Red Alert, say Red Alert in the chat. If you favor Bioshock 2, say Bioshock 2 in the chat. Because I'm going to do the Black Mesa remake, like the Half-Life 1 remake at some point, but not after Portal 2. I'm going to space it out a little bit. Because I've done Half-Life Episode 1. I've done Episode 1, Episode 2, and now Portal 2. So I'm going to take a break from Valve. That's 2 for RA. That's 3 for RA. Red Alert, not Reinforced Alert. Well, alright. Red Alert. Which campaign do I want to do first? That is the question. The Soviets are just funny to play as because their units are hilarious. They just say the funniest things. So that might be the best to save for last. I might do the Allied first. I have to think about that. Soviet first? I tend to like saving the best for last. I don't know. Soviet is fun. Whenever I think of the Soviet campaign, I just think of the one where you have to like raid the Kremlin when Yuri's taking it over. That's a toughie. It's a toughie right there. Red Alert Command and Conquer 2. Red Alert 2. Yes. Red Alert 2. Yes, indeed. That was one of my... I haven't played many real-time strategy games. It's basically Red Alert 2 and Company of Heroes. I guess Medieval 2 is a real-time strategy game half the time. But other than that, it's like basically a tabletop game or something. Probably gonna end up doing Medieval 2 at some point as well. That's a long... That might be like a... If I did that as a Friday only series, that would last for like 5 years. Medieval 2 is long. Old but gold. Look at Jana. He's got... Jana the wordsmith. Got rhymes going on here. Old but gold. Okay, we're going to run for like maybe another mile here or so and then come out of this run. So about a minute or two more. 8:38, 8:39, you know, plus and minus a low. Come out of a speed run. Platform reference. I could like look at these platform references all day. Thin line, toad, fat line. Wait, what? WAA, wide aperture? I don't have a wide aperture. Why does it show wide aperture? I don't have a wide aperture. Can anyone speak to that? Why does the reference say that 688i has wide aperture, but I do not have access to a wide aperture? Oh, was it brutal AI? I know brutal is an actual skill level in Red Alert 2, but was it like literally brutal? All right, let's come out of this run. Let's come out of this run here. Let's get shallow.
Make my depth
All ahead
2,
2/3.
5,
Helm
0
aye.
feet. Dive aye.
What's up, Ben? Oh, RA's. Wait. What's up, Ben? I have the 30-second delay turned off. That is usually normal to Twitch. It's like a beta thing. I'm like, I don't need a 30-second delay. Don't want people to wait 30 seconds. Oh, when does this come out of hyperdrive? Like 15 knots or something? Oh, it wasn't brutal enough. It was muy fácil. It's too easy. Oh yeah, wide aperture. The platform reference said, no, not that. The platform reference for the 688i said the BQG5A WAA, lightweight wide aperture passive flank array. And there's no WAA as I'm aware. Oh, look at this. Okay, I guess that's it. The last 3 boats of the class have a slightly higher weight, but by a very little bit, like 5%. If even 30. No, that's like 0.5%, isn't it? Ask CA. Oh, the AI kicked your ass? Okay. Yeah. I first-person shooters was what I was always usually pretty good at, but real-time strategy games make me cry in a corner. People are usually way too good at them compared to me. I don't know why. Obviously, something I'm doing is wrong. Oh, look at this. We can see whales on the... This is a decent depth. Let's stop. Let's stop at 300 feet here, trying to get away from the surface clutter.
Make my depth 3, 0,
Stream the
0
starboard
feet.
towed array.
Dive aye.
Stream the starboard towed array. Helm aye.
We could
All
probably,
ahead 1/3.
keep our speed
Helm aye.
decently up here, so this toad won't
Make turns for
drift
8
beneath the
knots.
layer.
Maneuvering aye.
Let's keep it at 8 knots here. Let's see what we can't see. Ah, gotcha. Was that supposed to be CI? CA? Alright, our QD is coming back. It shouldn't need to be let out for much more. Maybe double this will be good. Just, your typical 1/3 towed out. Typical 1/3. Well, 1/3 is about here. I might even do just a quarter. A quarter of the way out. It would be interesting to let it all the way out, but past a certain point, it's not gonna. Well, if you're shallow in a pretty bad sea state, you could let it all the way out. See some good stuff. Okay. Still gaining some acuity here. Has it homogenized the color? Just about, I think. Yeah, it's pretty good. We'll stop it there. Oh, it's pretty good. As soon as I turned it off, this was like, yank. It's like a little break there, but these ones are fine. Oh. These might be the real whales. Over here. I don't know. Not sure which ones are the real whales. Couldn't get it to target anything just by clicking. Interesting. That would be weird if it couldn't mark a high frequency contact. That's odd. No, the high frequency isn't here. That's just the ice thickness. Huh. That's odd. Does the manual say anything? Okay, we're at 8 knots. We got some decent... We're nowhere near washout speed. Let's go ahead and let's search it up. The contact should be coming from the north. It shouldn't be south of us at that point. We are playing catch up. Where's that fishing boat? Dude, I don't even see that thing anymore. Our fishing boat. I wonder if it foundered. Hidden iceberg or something. Well, what was that? Was that something? No, I'm looking too far left. 50 is in the middle here. Nope. Oh, there you go. Oh, where was it? There's our fishing boat. Our fishing boat. We have oh, I did not want to press that. That's fine. We have reacquired contact with the fishing boat, and it has changed course potentially or something. 4 hours. I don't care about 4 hours. I think it's just changed course. I don't think there's any reason in interpreting it anyway other than that. It doesn't really matter. It's just a damn fishing boat somewhere out there. I would be interested to see what it says, because I would imagine there should be a way to mark a contact on the high frequency with the LA here. That seemed kind of weird to me if you couldn't. Ugh. Oh, you're yawning, boy. You're yawning. What? No, I thought I was seeing something. Whoa. I thought I saw it again. Mine ended up playing tricks on you. I thought I was seeing like a black over here, but it's like, dude, this is the 50. It's not going to get lower than this. Okay. It should work. Yeah. I had the feeling it probably should. But I have nothing to test it on right now. There are no mines nearby for me to crash into and pretend like I'm Marco Ramius while I'm doing it. Alright. Well, I guess we are securing from this run, from this listening post. We are moving on out of here. So yeah, all we hold is this fishing boat once again. Let's get to periscope depth. I want to see if I cannot see that fishing boat.
Make my depth 0.65
Just so I have a
feet.
somewhat
Dive
decent
eye.
fix of its position here. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it works. The contacts might have been too small. Sometimes with games you get the pointer where it's like, I've noticed this with like Adobe before too. Like the pointer doesn't point exactly at the tip. It's like a bug, but sometimes it doesn't point exactly at the little tip there. Yeah, the sea state is crap, but there aren't really enemies looking for us, so it's not really a problem. I just want to see if I can't see this guy on the periscope, just because it would be nice to know where he is in case. We're going to have to get up to periscope depth anyway eventually to verify that what we're seeing is a kilo and not a trawler. I should be able to determine that with the sonar, but a final verification would be nice. But I just want to see if I can't see this guy. Fishing boats are pretty loud, so I'm probably not going to see him. It's probably, oh, did you see a lightning bolt? It's probably going to be pretty far off. H44, it's just because I haven't made a new solution. Might as well keep the history up, see what this guy's doing. Alrighty,
All ahead 1/3. Helmi. All ahead 1/3.
Don't
Helmi.
want to shear off our periscope here. And maybe the radio antenna can yield something that the floating wire has not, but man, this is a sea state. I have wave riding on, so if we zoom in, we should be able to see the LA start rocking and rolling eventually here. This is a pretty crazy sea state. We're definitely getting we're going to get some sail exposure. Get between some troughs of a wave here. Man, that's a sea state. This may be a dubious effort. I may not be able to see anything. Don't want to lose depth control here, but we're going for it. Let's probably have to come shallower here. Let's see what we can't get. I'll raise this up. Oh, we were about to break, but then we're at a peak here. Peak and a trough. What bearing are we looking for? 036. Yeah, we're gonna need to get shallower. There's no way I'm gonna see over these waves. Alright, let's try 5, 6 feet. Let's get ourselves a good
Make my depth
3
0,
meters shallower
5,
here.
6 feet. Dive I.
The new guy's yakking his guts somewhere. Because, okay, so, like, the game could do a better job of this, but our sub should be freaking, like, going crazy right now. Near all these waves and stuff. We'd probably have to get to 200 feet at least just to get away from this wave motion. These are some big waves, man. Big waves. What are we looking at again? 036. It looks like we're getting at a slightly different, further back frequency. Frequency bearing. 035-ish. Oh, God, I was just about to see something, and then this washed up. No, I think it's too far off. It was a pretty faint on the narrowband there. If a fishing boat is faint, that's going to be far off. You know that for certain. Oh, come on. I have wave riding on, don't I? I do. Let's see. This is dubious. There's nothing out there. It's too far away. Nothing to see here. Alright, take her down. Where's that cavitation table? Let's see. Right now, if I go 10 knots, I will cavitate. Gotta wait a little bit to do the all-ahead 2/3 there. So we shall wait a little bit. About 100 feet. Gotta wait till then. Otherwise, 10 knots will cavitate at this depth. So we shall wait. Man, that was a big wave. Look at that. That's a rogue wave right there. Kind of went away. That was a big one, though. This is rough and tumble, man. This is like hard, quick mission sea state going on, dude. This is some gnarly sea state, dude. For sure. Yeah, get us out of here. Alright. Yeah, there's nothing to see up here. We're too shallow. Acuity is crap. Too close to these pounding, roiling waves. They don't start really using planes until you get beneath 100 feet. They use they use ballast before then, but then we'll start diving soon enough. It's probably to keep the prop from splashing out of the water, I would imagine. Alrighty, we are down here. That's 2/3 of it.
All ahead 2/3. Helm I.
And we can watch the toad as we go back down. We don't need to reel it in just yet. Once we get close to that layer, I'll start pulling her back in, but we can try and see if there's nothing else to see real quick around here, around these parts. What? It was coming up with like a frequency suggestion there. I think they do that on purpose for the hard quick missions, just to make it harder to hear the enemy. Just a bad sea state. If you do an easier one, the sea state isn't as bad, but the easy ones are really easy. Nothing yet, but I think the toad is still in bad acuity region. Yeah, it is. Might just be starting to come out. No, it's still up there pretty good. Down we go. Okay, I don't know what's going on with this. It's fine. We're not trying to track this fishing boat. If I was, we'd be getting closer to it. Not just prancing around its perimeter. Might as well watch a new XPT. We're close enough to the surface. Should have done it a few seconds ago, but he's fine. Okay, now I think it's coming back. Maybe not. Yeah, the problem with the quick missions is it's just throwing you into the fray. Like, even if there was like a shift change right before you started engaging the boats, like you would still have the information from the previous shift, or watch, excuse me, to know that where this boat is, but like they're just throwing you into the fray. There's no time to build up your solutions or anything. Once on a quick mission, there was an Akula that was wheeling and dealing at like flank speed, and I don't think I saw it at first, so then it like ended up coming out of flank like 2 nautical miles. Oh, it was a whale. ended up coming out of flank like 2 nautical miles away from me and just shot a squall right up my butt. I was like, God damn it. Text messages. Alright, how we doing? Oh, I wasn't paying enough attention to it. Now it's gone. Now we're beneath the layer. Damn it.
Retrieve the starboard towed array. Helm aye.
I wanted to try and... That's what I get for looking at quick messages on, or text messages on the dive. Don't get to see what I'm looking at. Because that was coming up. Wow, was that our fishing boat? Looks like we're getting closer to it. I think that was our fishing boat. It might be closer in than I thought. But I think it's a futile effort to try and see it on the scope at this point. We should get a lot closer in before we do that, but yeah. Alrighty, Toad coming back in.
All ahead 2/3. Helm aye. All ahead standard. Helm aye.
And we'll start running down the eastern side of our line here. If you draw this back to 4-hour interval, you kind of get like bands of time of when we were seeing this guy, and they all kind of intersect around there. But that's kind of dubious to do. Like this, let's do just an hour. Still kind of intersects decently far off. There does seem to be a straight line that fits this entirety of this solution at about 5 knots. I mean, that's pretty far off, dude. I don't know. What about 10? Okay, that's bending back. That's bending this way. So around here somewhere, but assuming constant course. Who knows? Who knows?
All ahead flank. Helm
Figure that
aye.
out when we get to the next point and try and see what that's doing. Flank it up. Let's get going to our next patrol area. We're going to go to about... Yeah. I'm using the scale as like a makeshift thing. We're going to go to about there. That's when I'm going to come out of my next run. And I will be right back. Okay. Yeah, this run's going to take a little bit. Going 3 nautical miles at this speed is going to take 10 minutes. But this is more similar to previous flank runs. Not trying to, win a race, but just trying to hop around as quickly as possible, as economically as possible. No need to. We got ground to cover. There's a potentially large line in the lines here. Hold the line. Hold the line. So that's what we're doing. We're holding the line. But we're stretched thin as hell. Holding that line. I don't know why I'm even bothering to try and keep a semblance of where I know the other subs to be. Who knows where they are? Who has a clue? I do not. We know 32 knots. We know in our intuitions that 32 knots is pretty fast, but like a car would easily whiz by this thing. I don't know. It's like what, 38 miles per hour or something like that. It's fast for underwater. Let us say that. Cars do not have to push through a substance that is many times denser. Why did they ditch the fair waters on the sail? If you have the fair waters on the sail, you need more structural support for them because they're, controlling the entire pitch angle of the sub. So you have to build a lot more pitch members and support. It could be like a weight thing. It could be a saving space kind of thing. Maybe they wanted to jam more stuff in the sail, more instrumentation potentially. But having the fair waters on the sail is better for holding periscope depth. So the Lada has it, and the Ohio have it for that reason. So is the Delta IV. Delta IV also has the fair water sails because the Delta IV was meant to patrol in the Atlantic or the Pacific, like pretty close to the States. Its missiles didn't have that far of a range, but like the Typhoon's missiles have a further range, so it was just going to surface at the North Pole and shoot off its missiles. They can, but it's also, if you put those sails up there with the intention of breaking ice, then the sail has to be, reinforced with a lot more structural elements to handle with that. So it's just like weight and takes up space and stuff like that. But yeah, and then like down here, they don't necessarily have to be vertical to go through the ice. They can kind of just hang out. All right, we're coming up on our come out of speed point here just any second now. Might as well start ordering the depth here. Let us get up there. We're gonna go to 337. I think we can get pretty close to the
337 feet.
Pretty close to this layer if we're gonna stay at 8 knots. It keeps the toad pretty straight. So that's
all ahead 2/3.
We can even
Hell
stay at 10 knots even. I saw a documentary about the Virginia talking about the new photonics masts and how, like, previously, before we had, like, when you still had an optical periscope, like, where the periscope is going to be is, like, design constraint number 1. Like, the whole sub is built around where the periscope could be, and that's just, I always thought that was, like, incredible. As soon as you get a photonics mast, that all goes out the water. You can put the sail wherever you want. Hey, Chugly, how's it going? Thanks for the kind words, my friend. Cheers. Is that a Russian dude in an Ushanka over there? As that second image? Okay, the layer's it's like 8 feet deeper or whatever for what that's worth. But we are above the layer. Our keel.
Stream the starboard towed array. Helm aye.
Let's go ahead and get our toad out here. See what we can't see. Oh, that's kind of weird looking. We're still kind of coming out of depth, so it's still like... I'm going to stop it down for a second. Pirate Captain Burke Black. Okay. Yeah, I see the skull and crossbones now, the Jolly Roger, as I get a little closer to it. What is that? Where is he from? Oh, that's weird. The toad had... Oh, okay. Never mind. Never mind. Okay, what depth did I order? Yeah, we're around here, so let's keep
stream the starboard towed array. Helm aye.
Keep our streaming there, laddie. Okay, go ahead and get rid of this mark. It's not doing anything for me. We are very close to where we started. We are Marshall, 4 nautical miles away from where we started. Good chunk of first timers here. Very well. This is only my 5th stream ever, maybe. Back in the day, I did like 3 or 4 streams maybe, but didn't have as many subscribers back then, so they weren't as entertaining to me. So I gave up on it for a while, but now I always get a good chunk of people showing up. We got oh yeah, look at that. Got ourselves 9 viewers right now. Very well. Nice. All chat rooms. There can be multiple chat rooms. Interesting. Twitch is so much more advanced than when I first started using it. There can be multiple chat rooms in the stream. That's interesting. That's very... Well, too much.
Retrieve the starboard towed array.
That always happens, man. I always lose track of the toad. Thankfully, there's some whales around here to let me know if it is beneath the layer or not. Otherwise, I would have no idea. So that was a saving grace with the old biologics there. Oh, I do not like the Russian subs more than the US. No, not at all. I just, I've been playing as them lately because I never really played as them before, but no, I prefer American subs. I am most assuredly... The LA is my favorite sub. More nostalgically. But, the Virginia is, yeah, OP. The Virginia is OP for sure. You can literally run circles around Russian subs in a Virginia. Very curious to see how the new Severodvinsk class does. Very interested to see how that'll perform. How quiet that bad boy is. Because one would imagine that it's probably... I don't know. As quiet... It's definitely around like the quietness of a 688i. One could imagine it could be maybe slightly quieter than a 688i, but it's hard to say for certain. Did I turn this off? Good. A DTA... Oh, yeah, depth towed array. That would be nice. LA is my favorite, but it is unfortunately becoming outdated tech. It is outdated tech. The Virginia also runs circles around the LA. The Virginia is very amazingly good. Virginia is very good. Let's see. Okay, we can start our... Commence to starting. Let's see. What do we got? Fishing boat. It seems to be a little brighter than it was before. I think we're getting closer to this fishing boat. What's our bearing now? 3-3. Okay, that would have us believe it's a bearing of 2-4, which is not right. Where does this one go? Even further out? He has to be changing course. There's no way he's that far out. That's far out, dude. That's 40 nautical miles. So he's got to be doing some kind of, you know, circling around here or something, but he's got to be closer than that, dude. It's got to be close in. Got to be pretty close in, man. But yeah, he seems to be shifting around. It's it was like here bright like this, but then, well, it's still pretty faint. You're not seeing it too much. Whoa. Once again, I thought I was seeing the black over there, man, going crazy. No, it's just our fishing boat. The Russian subs are good in that they have a lot of different weapons. They have standoff rocket torpedoes that the American subs beside... The Virginia has them now, but the LA does not. And squalls are very good as well. I love squalls. For that quick little knife fight jab. Squalls are nice. Pretty quiet here, too. Pretty quiet here, too. Oh, whoa, hello. Mark that. Mark that bad boy up.
Con
right
sonar. I have a new contact. Bearing 098. Designated Sierra 4. Con sonar. I have a new contact. Bearing 075. Designated Sierra 5.
Let's see, we got some stuff in the comments here. I'm between 689 and Seawolf. You don't have to wait any longer than when, if you're on an LA boat, American boat's easier to tell. As soon as this is straight, your towed signal is good. As soon as your baffles are straight up and down, your towed signal is good. But before then, your data's dubious. We got shrimp. We got shrimp. But yeah, right here, when the baffles have straightened is when your towed signal is now reliable. So this is all reliable here. Reliable towed. You are very welcome. Okay, let us make a turn to the south.
Come right to course 140. Hell my.
What do we got going on here? Potential fishing boat. Ah, we're getting whiffs of second frequency. Whiffs of second frequency. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Damn. Wait. Kilo. Oh, ooh, ah. 235 is what we're looking for. 235 is what we're looking for. Fishing boat. Oh my god. Oh my god. Man battle station. Slow down.
All ahead 1/3.
We have ourselves a potential kilo. Contact. Contact. Potential kilo. Alrighty. 235 is kilo. Fishing boat is 290. So we got ourselves a contact. All right. Man battle stations here. Let's get ready. Let us get ready here. Okay. Oh man. Oh man. We stumbled across. We gotta be quiet. We gotta be... Let's get a little shallower here. I don't want my toad to dip beneath the layer.
Make my depth 2, 5,
Steady on
8
course.
feet.
1,
Dive
4, 0.
Oh man, my heart's going. I didn't think we'd be finding them this early, but this is this seems like ourselves. We got ourselves a kilo. Pull it down, Periscope. Hello. Oh, hello. All right, I'm checking out what else we could potentially have at a 5235. It's all military-looking stuff. Military. Okay, man. Kilo, we got it. Confidence medium on kilo. No, not surface ship subs. Kilo. Confidence. And I guess the nationality doesn't matter. Confidence medium. Kilo. Confidence medium. No, not surface ship submarine. Podvodny? Isn't that the adjective in Russian? Podvodny. I probably don't have the inflection there correct. Something like that. Oh man. Kilo. Alrighty, has our toad started to turn yet? Yes, it has. We got trackers, so let's look alive. Who's turning? Sierra 4. Yep, Sierra 4. Let's just, no point in being hasty. We can wait a little bit, but Sierra 5 seems to be it. I usually do this with time lapse, but with these streams, I'm going to avoid the time lapse here. He's potentially close aboard. I'm thinking I should probably slow down even a little more. Just trying to be uber silent.
Make turns
here.
For 3 knots. Maneuvering aye.
So this guy, we're expecting him to come to swing out all the way to like here. If this is indeed our reciprocal. It hasn't moved for a little bit. Okay, Sierra 5. What do we got? Zoom in. Zoom the hell in. Seems to be kind of just heading our way. It's a rather, constant bearing. Not going to be that far. Not sure what kind of speed we're dealing with here. At this, we're going to have to go this perpendicular course to try and get some better refinement here. Okay, looks more like a due west kind of thing. It's always possible he's on the other side of this this cross point, but the implications of that are too much for me to bear at this point. Something like that is always possible. The question is, is it probable? That's really close aboard. I mean, it's possible. I'm not sure. At this point, you have to ask yourself, would the kilo be going due west? Don't worry about that. That is bad data. That's too far. It's too far, man. It's way too far. Okay. Let's do this bearing for a little bit. Ooh. We lost the toad underneath the layer. That's why I didn't update. Okay. It's fine. Not a big deal. Yeah, we're going all quiet here. The LA is a decent chunk louder than a Virginia or Seawolf. If I was in a Virginia or Seawolf, I would not mind staying around 6 or 7 knots, but I'm not risking anything in the LA here. Not risking a thing. Oh, is that him on the broadband? Wow, okay. Okay. I'm not sure if I'm seeing things, but that looks like him right there on the broadband there. Let's go ahead and mark that and see if it's coming up. Go show up with demon. Oh my god, we are getting demon. Jeez, okay. Jeez, we're close aboard. We're getting demon on a kilo. TPK 8, making turns for 10. Turns for 10. Okay. Turns for 10. We gotta wait for this toad data to start coming in straight here. Turns for 10. Jeez. Okay, well let's get that in. So that's why we're hearing them. So kilos are quieter at low speed, but as they increase speed, they get louder much more quickly than LA. So for kilo, you'll have something like, forgive me, I'm going to try to do this at the same time. Kilo's going to be quieter here than the LA if this is like sound on this axis and this is speed. So the kilo's going to be like, it's going to increase like that. The diesel's going to go up faster at a certain point than the nuclear boat does. But geez, we're getting demon data. Good lord, 10 knots. Okay. Still waiting for our tow to straighten here. What is that? That is me. Okay. Never mind, do not worry about that. No, I don't think we're seeing him on the broadband. He's starting to get in the range of these whales, but we gotta... Well, we are, obviously, if I got a tracker on him in the broadband here. But the whales are starting to get behind him. No, these are the real whales. I thought these might have been the real whales, but these are the real whales. A whale, Beaumont. A whale. Okay. Oh, is that... We're getting some good data again. This dude's coming straight at me, pretty much. Now that we're kind of going perpendicular, we'll be able to get some better fix on what he's actually doing here. Because if we're going straight on, all these lines are so close, the errors are too big. You can't really tell for sure what the course is doing. So we got to kick it out wide here, try and get a better sense of what he's doing. Okay, there's another line. But we had to course correct. I think I ordered this turn before I came out of speed, so we had to correct. Okay, so we're still getting crap data. Try to avoid that if you can. Try to avoid changing speed in a turn because the momentum will carry you further. You'll have to swing back. Unless you're playing sub-command, but we're not. We're playing Dangerous Waters. So now our towed baffles are starting to finally straighten out here. I was trying to look at here to see what my course is. It's like, just look down here, dude. 140. So the opposite of that is... No, that's... Never mind. This is where we're facing this way. This is where the toad is. These are the baffles. Okay. It's still straightening out. Might be straight now. Suddenly, tautog. What is that? That sounds familiar. When was the last time I saw a reinforced alert kilo mod? I don't know. Pretty nice looking. It's got that little crest going on up there. And the waterline thing. Okay. Looks like we got some straight towed baffles now. Very well. What do we got in terms of data? We're going to have to wait for some more data still. I think we're still getting some funky stuff. Some funky stuff. See, we overshot and then we came back. Have to wait for a few more LOBs, but he's gonna be pretty close, you know, he's gonna be pretty close. Gonna be pretty close in here. Almost heading right for me. When did this mission start? This mission started 4 hours ago? Yeah. So if we go ahead and take this back 40 nautical miles. If he was doing constant course and speed, he started here. Like right here is where this guy started. That's great. So he was going to come pretty much for us the whole time if we stayed put. Okay. Well, you never know. Nice to be a little proactive. We had some fun in the process. I'm going to get rid of these supposed boats. He's all mine, boys. Don't even think about it. Okay. Yeah, we're getting some straight towed now. It's possible I could see him on the high freak, but I'd have to turn. I may turn back at one point to get in shooting position, but for now, I'm just gonna stay put. I'm not familiar with kilo sound emission profile, whatever. We don't need the hour interval. 20 is fine. Let's see. What does this solution want to do? No, not there. Pushing it further out. The problem is more data is always nice, but you don't usually have enough time for more data. certain point, you just gotta go for it. We're gonna go with this for now. Let's get a tube. Port tube, obviously. We'll do tube 2. Presets. We're not touching that. We're gonna leave that alone. Anyway, the Kilo's floor is Kilo's max depth is shallower than that, so we're good on that front. 10,000 yards seems good for now. I'm just gonna make it a little shorter because he's probably gonna close the distance. Just making sure I'm paying enough attention to that ceiling. Let's do like 12 feet. Try and avoid fishing boats or something. Speed 55, depth 200. All good to me. He's above the layer. We'll just leave it like that for now. It's fine. Once it gets in close enough, the layer doesn't matter anymore. So that is not a problem. Search pattern direct. I'm out of my element here, so I'll just leave it as default settings. Let's bring up the weapons manual here. Weapon info. Mark 48 add cap. Page 4. Add cap stands for advanced capability. Thank you very much. Okay, so direct mode means it just goes straight, but the sensors scan back and forth. And then mode 0 is snake, which is default. That's fine. Mode 1 starts on the port side. Mode 0 starts on the starboard side. Okay. So we're good. We're good on settings. We were good on weapon settings. What is Sierra 1 doing? I don't know. That's probably... has some semblance of truth to it. Looks like this guy changed course, probably. Yeah. Who knows? Sierra 5. That's what I really care about. Oh, the ruler moved. Okay. This is bowing in as it gets here. If we assume constant course and speed, this is kind of, well, it's bowing a little bit. Out here seems to be a little nicer on the solution front. So we'll go with that. I might switch back here soon eventually. Try and help narrow the solution down a little bit more, but it seems to be pretty good. And I'd like him to get in a little closer, honestly. We will play the waiting game and wait for him to get in a little closer. It's going to take him about 30 minutes to transit to about here. So within about 15 or 20 minutes, I want to get to periscope depth and just to verify what we're seeing. I'm fairly certain, but the orders did mention verify what you were seeing. Alrighty, here's our Kilo, which the sonar is calling a... it was calling a Victor 3. Getting up close and personal to see what kind of frequency data we're talking. Third frequency is 340. We're not seeing that yet. We'll be getting pretty close before we see that there, but yeah. If we are seeing him on the broadband, there's like a whale mirror in the way, so we're not seeing anything. What is that? That's probably just another biologic off in the distance or something. Ooh, even stronger right there. Okay, 6.8. That says 6.5. Ooh, this looks nice to be around here. It's looking nice right there. Might as well keep his history on, see it floating around, see what kind of makes sense. See it floating around, that seems pretty good right there. We're pretty far away. We could go a little faster if we wanted to and try and firm this up. So let's go ahead and just go up to 5 knots here. Try and expedite
Make turns for 5 knots. Maneuvering
He's
on.
not going to hear us at 5 knots at this distance. We're pretty good. If there is one, I do not know about it. That would be something nice to know. It's going to be very dependent on who's making the transient, who's hearing the transient. But you can make some cases for some general situations and, you know, extrapolate to your heart's content. But you have to be, in my experience, you have to be really close in to hear like a door transient or a flooding transient. You have to be pretty close, like within a nautical mile or two to hear those, which, you know, it makes sense. But that again was on a Seawolf, which is a very quiet boat. On an older Foxtrot, maybe you might probably be able to hear those further off. So that just kind of dropped off, that second frequency there. Oh, he may have dropped speed. No, he's still going. Okay. That's interesting that dropped off there. So now that we got a little speed change, that's also going to... So, in TMA, changing course helps you get, you know, different perspectives to narrow a solution, but changing speed does the same thing. But changing speed is usually not something you end up doing. It's usually a course change, but we're going to change speed here a little bit. Let's see. What do we got? Just looking for as straight as possible. No, I don't like that. It's a little too far out. It's a little further out right there. We'll see how that treats us, that solution. Yeah. Let's go for a few more minutes, then I'm going to kick right back perpendicular to his course and go this way. Get some more LOBs and just, you know, from as many different perspectives really narrows down your solution, what you're seeing. So what's probably happening in that I lost some of that signal is that I'm going faster now, so the toad is not as deep. So it's closer to the wave, so that's probably why that signal dropped off a little bit. Not that he slowed down or something like that. It's because it's a little higher up now. So at that, we can
stream the starboard towed array. Helm I.
Because as you can see, it's pretty straight. A depth towed array sensor would be nice to know how deep this bad boy is. We'll let out a little bit. Don't want to lose it beneath the layer for any time at all. Let's see what that gives us. Oh, there's a whale. Not sure if the acuity came back. Where are we looking? Yeah, the 3 knots was letting it droop enough, but now at 5 knots, it's really, you know, out there. So we can also, you know, go a little deeper. So let's go a little deeper.
Make my depth 318 feet. Dive I.
Get a little deeper down. Okay, we're doing all this toad letting out, depth change. Let's just go ahead and make this course change now.
Come left to course 351. Helm I.
Okay. Turducken. Okay, 10,000 yards. Does anyone know for certain if these solutions just update sitting here? Because in my experience in subcommand, you have to kind of re-enter them in, or it like aims for an old point. I feel like they should update just sitting there, but I don't know. Maybe they don't with auto crew turned off here. So I'm just gonna... Well, what does the auto crew want to tell me for a solution? Auto crew sometimes messes up the floor if there's like a shallower area, but let's just go for the auto crew for now. We'll do the auto crew here. That ceiling's a little more shallower than I'd like. They don't? Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and do this confidence high. Kilo. Confidence high. Riding high. Red alert 2, alright. Tried what to the expense of a freighter? Okay, commence the turn. A war with no battles. A war with no monuments. Just casualties. Post a guard in the engineering spaces. If you can get to the caterpillar, you can get somewhere more vital. Oh, okay. Yeah. That'll do. Messed up the solution. Torpedo went one way and found a freighter. Yeah, that's always fun. What can help prevent that is setting a ceiling that's a little deep. At least the torp won't hit the freighter. It might circle around and try and find it several times, but it won't hit it. Alright. Toad has not started turning yet, so we're still getting some data. Okay, that top one I'm going to disregard that. This here is our speed change. So we were doing 3 knots here, and then this is our 5 knot speed change. So let's find out where this straightens out. It's too far out, man. Bring it in, bring it in, bring it in. Man, I'm telling you, he seems to be kind of close in. Bring this out a little more. Seems to be pretty close in here with that speed change there on the Toad. That's about where I had him before, but yeah, that seems to be pretty good. Alrighty, Ben, see you in a sec. Might want to hurry up. You might miss the fireworks. May miss the fireworks, but I think he'll be good. He's still a good, we're still a good, like, half hour off from intercept at this point. But we're gonna shoot before we intercept. We're not gonna let them intercept with us. Because right now, we're almost kind of on a collision course right now. Close to it. Alrighty, but yeah, we're gonna bring this fight to him. We're gonna get in close. Gonna get in real close, alright. He won't know what hit him. And remember, do not keep your tubes flooded. It makes noise, surprisingly. It shouldn't, but it does. It makes noise. So don't keep those tubes flooded. The thing to do is, you know, go down here and do this. Order a fire tube from the launch menu. You just don't have to deal with it. There's no skill in launching a weapon, so, you know. If you want to do it, more power to you, but you don't have to deal with it. Just order it from here, as long as you got the solution queued up. Okay. Turn is going. Toad is going. You could potentially bring the Toad in and then let it back out to let it straighten out quicker, but it ends up giving you funky data when you're reeling it in and pulling it out. Turning
Steady
it on
on course. 3,
it.
5, 1.
To give you some kinky, funky data, so just let it go naturally, au natural. Might be worth making a drink before the fireworks start going. Might as well. I might do that. I'm trying to take a look. I think this right here is when I went to 5 knots and we lost a little acuity. Then I dived. It's ever so slightly brighter here, I think. But I might be going crazy. But yeah, we got a little deeper. We're a little further away from the Clutterbuck Rogers. We could probably go a little deeper. The layers still got about 80 feet to go, 90 feet. If, you know, the Toad was perfectly at level with our keel and wasn't going to dip beneath. Toad is straightening out. Oh, hello. The whales are back. We are at course 351. Toad's going to be at 171. Toad baffle. No, this is where the Toad is. This is where the baffle is. This is where the opposite of the course is. Okay, so the baffle's going to be over here. So it's still moving out. Moving on out there. It's interesting how, like, this happens. It's like this far off here, and then this far off over here as it comes out the other side. It's interesting. So some point in there, you must go work shit. Okay. You will see it later, Jenna. Thanks for joining. Thanks for watching. Ooh. I was kind of looking forward to this stream going for a longer time. This stream series of this mission, but, you know, this looks like it's going to be it. Getting into crunch time here, y'all. Crunching some celery. Victor 3, you call it. If anyone knows World is Not Enough, that's where that reference is from. That's supposed to be, what's his face? From GoldenEye and World is Not Enough. Valentin Zlukovsky. Oh, there you go. There's your third, 340. Does the Victor have that as well? Victor 3, you call it. Victor 3 has a 325 third frequency. Well, alright. So no, not a Victor 3. This is a Kilo Confidence High. Confidence High. Repeat. Confidence High. stream the RSR campaign all in one go. That's close to 30 hours. That'll take longer than a day. Oh, good gravy. Cannot imagine. I would want to do that again at some point. Like I said in the last stream, I did it in single mission mode because the second one wouldn't work, but it would be nice to do it in campaign mode so you get the benefits of, doing well in previous missions. Like at the Reykjavik defense, I guess, you can take out landing ships and they don't get as many whatchamacallit, they don't get as many backfires stationed there or whatever. I don't know. So we're coming back north. Coming back north on our bud. Oh, I don't care about Sierra 1, Sierra 5. Sierra 5. Okay. Solution. Mark that. Take that to the bank. That's right where it was before. Push back maybe a little. This guy's coming for us. Probably gonna slow down here soon. Don't want to risk him here. I'm gonna slow down now. Don't want to risk it. Let's get shallow.
Make turns for 3 knots. Maneuvering eye.
Make my depth 2.
Retrieve the starboard towed array. Helm eye.
Let's get ourselves in a firing position here. I was going to go to periscope depth and check, but there's no point. I have a valid confirmation on the target here. Valid confirmation. The fishing boats and the trawlers do not sound like this thing. The kilo here. Do that for now. See what it gets us. You can do it in RA. I think someone made a RA campaign for it, which I think merely just changed the fact that the parry has 2 different units in RA. There's like a user version and an AI version. So if you just try to play the campaign in RA, it won't work. You have to fix that. I think there is one that fixes that. 4NMN, man. 4NMI, excuse me. Gotta be sure to use the NMI because NM is nanometers. So, but yeah, we're getting in close. 4,000 yards. 8,000 yards, excuse me. Oh yeah, man, that frequency is lighting up. Light 'em up, light 'em up. Okay. Let's go ahead and get our solution back up here. Just gonna use the old auto crew. We are getting close. Getting close in. Knife fight. Oh, we don't want port 2. Sorry, we want starboard tube. I like how on the LA the tubes come out at an angle. So like they're not parallel to the center line, they come out like this. So you don't have to be like perfectly facing someone to get a nice shot that just goes straight for them. You can be at an angle. So we want, okay, the toad dipped. We got some toad dip, but it'll come out. We want this on a port tube. Starboard tube, excuse me. Starboard tube. Auto crew. Yeah, give me a little more like that on that ceiling. Make sure we don't get for that trawler, but at the angle, I think we're pretty good. I think we're pretty good on the angle there. Let's see. Solution might be kicked back a little further. A little further than I had it, but maybe not. We are still kind of in wacky toad data region. But, he's pretty close in, pretty close. Once you get close enough, the errors in the solution get so small that it almost gets annoying to try and fit the data to it. We're not that close yet. Okay, we're waiting for our toad to come out. I'm not going to increase speed here. We're pretty close in. Is he still going 10 knots? Okay, well, I don't know because the toad is still underneath the layer. Let's bring in a little more.
Retrieve the starboard towed array. Helm eye.
Let's bring in a little more. Bring up to like a quarter. I don't like being blind. Kind of sketchy. Let's bring in a little bit. I don't want to lose too much track of time on it. What is that? Just verifying I'm not seeing him on the, okay, stop.
Stream the starboard towed array. Helm eye.
All good. We got him back. Hello, hello. Mr. Kilo. What's our... we don't need to find a fourth frequency at this point. We're pretty good on this, but what is the fourth frequency? 235, 340. Fourth frequency is... ooh, it depends. It depends. It's different for like every single kilo they have in here. So never mind. Don't worry about the fourth frequency. It's not going to tell us anything we don't already know at this point. All the 50, 235, 340s are just kilos. There's nothing else. Nothing else in this game that it could be. So very well. We're ready to be like, what's his face? Oh, why are all the Red October names eluding me for the time being? The Konovalov is the name of the Tupolev. There's little hearts in anyone, there's little room in anyone's heart for but you know what I'm trying to say. Damn it. I don't even remember what I was trying to quote at this point. Oh, we're getting ready to match bearings and fire. You know, that stuff. Oh, we are close. Close in. Close, close, close. Close aboard. Wouldn't have it any other way. Okay, are we getting funky data on the toad here? It's hard to tell. But if that is real data, it would have it even in closer. Oh my god. That's possible as well. That could be really close. We're going to run at this bearing for a little bit and try and find out for certain. Let's take it back an hour and see what we get. Take it back an hour and see what we get. If you assume constant course and speed. I think we're still getting funky toad data. Well... ooh, ah, e. Ooh, e, ooh, ah, ah, ting, tang, walla walla, bing, bang. Oh, I went to look at the high freak. This guy could be pretty, he could be pretty close. Could be pretty close. Let's, shit. He could be really close. Let's, I don't know if this is high frequency range or not. Oh, let's see. I'm gonna wait till we get some more data before we start going, oh, he could be this close. Okay, once you zoom in a little more, that gets a little funkier. Let's, okay, this is looking a little more sane out here. Looking a little more sane. We don't want to be insane in the membrane as much as the song would like us to be. Need to wait for some data. Okay, this is looking... Let's go with that. Still pretty close. Still pretty close in. Still pretty close. Okay. Not sure how much longer I want to wait here. You can always, you know, get ready to fire and light off a ping for that final ranging. It's always a possibility. And then run, you know, transverse. We're getting close, and he is getting closer by the second because he's going 10 knots. He's going really fast. Not close enough to potentially see a fourth frequency. Okay, this is starting to look a little more sane. Okay, you push this back a little bit more, it seems to straighten out a little bit better. Maybe not. Oh. Oh, solution making. Oh, how I sometimes loathe you. So, when you get in close like this, the errors just get very large. It's hard to tell what is an error, what is not an error. Yeah, especially on this small of a high frequency, at that point it's going to be too late, so I'm not going to bother with that. I may let off a medium frequency ping to verify range, but even if as we've been like flinging it back and forth, it's not really changing much. You know, the range, like, it's maybe changing by like 2 nautical miles. Like, we're pretty certain that he's like, you know, in this like little blanket here, and that's well within like, you know, a torpedo's ability to find. But he is moving in on us. It might have been better if we didn't turn up this way. Turn down for what? Let's take this back to 20-minute. I think we're seeing too much data for our own good right now. Turning back would be nice, but I don't want to like lose my shooting. It would. We could get in behind him and stay there. We could always turn around and kind of let him lazily drive on by. We are getting close. Our time to do that. We could turn away this way so we don't lose him in the toad. And then let him pass by and then shoot a torp up his bum, because he won't hear it. It'll be in his baffles. Let's do that. We're gonna turn away. Let him pass us by here.
Come left to course 189. Hell my.
Are we coming left? Yeah, we are. Good. Shoot him. You want me to shoot him? Give me your Pringle Sheely. Give me your Pringle Sheely. One pring only, please. Let's see. The utmost concentration. That seems to be pretty good. I want to shoot him, but I fear I'm like too close and he's going to get a good shot off on me. What do you guys think? Should we take the shot? Well, we've already started the turn. We got momentum going. Let's just, we're going to go through with this here. We're going to go through with this and just let it, I don't want to potentially let him get the upper hand here. Let's come back. Let's come back hard right.
Right full rudder. Helm aye. Steady on course. 3, 4, 1.
Okay. We don't have to be facing him, but it is nice to be facing him to get that weapon out. I'm just gonna let it auto crew. Just gonna let it auto crew here. Let's come about and let's get ready to get this weapon off here. Let's come course this way. Right here is good.
Come right to course 008. Helm aye.
This is looking pretty solid. We got some solid data. Okay, so we got some solid straight up and down. Let's try and figure this out for certain. What happens if we kick it out? I want to see what the behavior of it is out here. No, that seems to be too far. Bring it in. Nope, too far still. Bring it back in. Oh boy, give me a solution that I can work with. Oh god. Oh boy, okay. Okay, well we're gonna go with this. Right about here. Okay, where's our course coming at? Coming up good. Coming up well. Let's get the toad back in.
Retrieve the starboard toad array. Helm aye.
Get ready to start boogieing on out of here. Get ready to start boogieing. Alright, you are back. Oh yeah, this vehicle. He is very close aboard. Very close. About ready to fire here. I was thinking about wheeling around and then coming back at him from behind, but I think I'm too close at this point. I don't want him to be able to hear me. We're bringing the toad back in. Gonna see if we can't see him here. What bearing are we looking for? 5-9. No, nothing on here. Well, the narrowband's, it's coming up with it, but I can't see it, so it's obviously too faint to see, but yeah, we're seeing him here. He's close. He is close, so we're coming back, coming back, bringing the toad in, getting ready to fire. Getting ready to fire. We're really close. A squall would be nice, but have to make a do. How's this looking? 2980. We should be able to have a wire. We should be able to keep a wire. Alright, this is nearly back, good to go. Oh boy, we are pushing the envelope here. Okay. Pushing it real good. Within 4,000 yards, it seems like. that tow coming? Come on now, hurry up. Hurry up. Not really waiting for that, just waiting for this. We can reel that back in as we get boogieing. Okay, this seems pretty good to me. Let's go ahead and let's match bearings and fire here, and then we're gonna pop countermeasures. We're gonna get running. We're gonna get moving. We're gonna dive deep, and we're gonna get moving. Popping countermeasures and get moving. Alrighty. By the time this comes through, it should be good. It seems to be going really slow. I'm not sure why. I really feel like it goes faster. Maybe it's just because I'm in the pressure of the moment here. Oh boy, let's get these bad boys ready. Go with both. Not sure what he's going to use. How's this looking? Let's cue this back up again. Okay, sticking with that. That's fine. Turn on at a nautical mile and a half. This is good. Let's fire.
Launch tube 1. Aye, sir.
Run to enable is good. He is at 3,300. Run to enable is at 2,800. Should be good to go. Torp is flying. This is coming in. 1,200 feet.
Make my depth 1, 2, 5, 8 feet. Dive aye.
Torp is away. Pop them countermeasures.
Launch countermeasures. Aye, sir. Launch countermeasures. Aye, sir. It is running normally.
Let's dive.
Come left to course 3. Come right to course 1, 5, 9. Hell my.
Torp is running out. We can probably just turn this on almost right away here. Alrighty, we're boogieing. We are boogieing. We are getting out of here. Not sure what our contact is doing. There's our torp coming out, going out.
Con sonar. Missile bearing.
Oh
0,
god, he launched
5,
a missile.
7.
That's really close in. Let's turn this bad boy on. Enable. I did not change course. Oh, it's turning the wrong way. That's fine. We'll do it this way. We're already committed to the turn. We are committed to the turn. Crash dive. Flank it up.
All ahead flank.
Reload
Hell
the
my.
countermeasures, please. Red October's turned directly into the torpedo's path.
Cavitating.
What? It's turned directly into the torpedo's path, sir. Torp, is it on? It is on. Looks like we got ourselves a lock.
Sonar. No longer cavitating.
Looks like we got ourselves a lock coming in hot. Dive, 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 baby, dive. Torp coming in. Getting in close. Let's keep her moving, keep her going. Get down there.
Steady on course 1, 5, 9.
I'm assuming he turned around, turned off that way probably. This is kind of going a little longer than I thought. Nice, professional. Yeah. Alright, where's this torp going? Where's it? The range could have been wrong. He could have been a little further off. We shot here. So he could be, you know, along that bearing a little further out. Our range could have been a little close in. But we are running and we are gunning. Getting out of here. Getting out of Dodge. It's getting kind of close to that fishing boat. Did I have the ceiling set? I did not. 9 feet. I don't think a fishing boat has a draft of 9 feet. He may have been a little further out. Not sure if I would say that far out. What do we got going? These torps don't snake, so it's hard to tell if it's locked onto anything or not. Yeah, that would be nice. I don't think he was this far off. If this... It would have been nice to have turned back this way. Let's,
Come left to course 0, 9, 7. Hell my.
Not sure where this torp is heading off to. What was Sierra 1 last doing on that solution for this fishing boat? Who knows? I'm not even sure if that range was right on that fishing boat. Just trying to get a sense of what this torp is doing. Still got our wires streaming out to our torp. I don't think this kilo was this far away. I don't think he was this far away. Oh, it's turning. Maybe it was.
Steady on course 0, 9, 7.
Oh, turning, diving, crash hard. Whoa, wow. Okay, Kilo is further out than we thought. Kilo's much further out. No wonder he launched a missile. I was like, he's this close in. Why is he launching a missile? I haven't even heard anything from that missile, but I guess I wouldn't. I would hear pings, potentially. Okay, what do we got doing? This guy's rocking and rolling, man. What is the depth of our torp? I'm not sure. Oh yeah, he's got something all right. This guy's going... Okay, what kind of water we're dealing with? Okay, just making sure. The kilo could be this deep. We're about halfway down, a little further than that. Looks like we're rocking and rolling and going for a kilo. I didn't think he was this far off. Jeez. Man, he looks to be evading like slippery hell. This torp's going crazy. Wow, what is going on? This is something else. Let's come
all
out
ahead
of this.
2/3, helm aye.
Let us come out of this and see what is going on. Obviously, haven't heard any torp pings or anything like that.
Torpedo in the water. Bearing 288.
In their baffles. I'm not sure how we picked up on that. It's in the baffles. Let's turn a little bit.
Come right to course 1. Come right to course 135.
Man, look at this torp going crazy, man. Back and forth. Look at this. What is going on? There might be it might be like countermeasures. Oh shit. Where that ping is coming from? That's my torp. That's my torp. Don't get scared. It's my torp. There was another torp that I was hearing there, but no longer hearing it. It might have been... There it is again. What do we got on that? What is that? That's my torp? Oh, I'm hearing my torp. Okay. Very well. I'm waiting for this.
Con sonar. Loud explosion.
Boom.
On the bearing of Sierra 5. Con sonar.
Got him.
Lost the wire.
A lot further off than I thought he
Con
was.
sonar.
Ow.
I have a new contact.
Okay.
Bearing 281. Designated Sierra 6.
What is going
Steady
on?
on course 135.
Let's not stick
Come
around.
left. All ahead flank. Helm aye.
Let's get ourselves another countermeasure.
Launch
right here.
countermeasures. Aye, sir.
Boom. We got him. Done. Done diggity. All right. Gonna clear this data and just get out of here from this torp. No point in sticking around. Man, I really thought that kilo was a lot closer in. Those things are loud, dude. I really thought it was a lot closer in, man. Look at that. It's interesting. Very interesting. Be sure to
Steady
check out
on
the replay
course
on that.
115.
So if you're in a kilo, stay slow. Those things are loud when they get up there in speed. Were we coming up on the bank a little bit? I should have been looking at my
Good job! Uncle Sam's proud of you guys!
Sonar. Loud explosion on the bearing of Sierra.
Ow. That was loud. But Uncle Sam is proud. All right. Very well. Nice. Sweet. I think that rocket torp is well behind me, but we're not sticking around to find out. We're boogieing on out of there. Sweet. Cool. Oh, right about on time. 8 o'clock. This is when I was planning to stop anyway. Ish. But we're gonna make sure this torp is gone first before we go ahead and secure from this mission. Gotta make sure this torp is gone. Let's reload this. Get this up with active as well. Yeah, that was loud. But very Bill Nichols. I wonder how he recorded those. Wonder if he recorded them himself and just put a bunch of filters on it or something. I don't know. Man, we got him. We got lucky with that shot because he was a lot further off than I thought, but it went down the right bearing at least. The correct bearing, excuse me. Let's go ahead and
all ahead standard. Helm aye.
Come
left to course 074. Helm aye.
I shouldn't. Here, keep
all
the
ahead flank. Helm aye.
I don't want to overshoot this turn. Keep the flank up to come out of this turn here. We'll see what we got. I could have sworn that kilo was so much closer, man. 3 frequency lines on the Toad. I guess they really do get pretty loud once their speed increases. I mean, I've experienced that in multiplayer before. You gotta pretty much
steady on
crawl
course 0. All ahead standard.
Stay
Helm aye.
Oh shit! Still hearing that. 288. All Alright, we're still boogieing them.
Come right, all ahead flank. Helm I.
The ping sounds pretty distant, but I'm not. We're just gonna keep boogieing here. We're gonna keep moving. Let's check out the reference. What kind of weapons does the Kilo have? I assume just like any kind of other standoff missile here. Torpedoes. We got the SSN-27 ASW. This launches an MPT-1 UE torpedo. MPT-1 UE with a top speed of 30 to 45 knots. Or it could have been... I don't think a Kilo can carry a Stallion, but we can go ahead and check. This will drop a APR-3ME torpedo. Sub-rock variant, which will go 35 to 65 knots. Range of 3 nautical miles. That's dinky. And then this MPT-1E has a range of 8 nautical miles. So we're just going to keep running. We're just going to keep booking. These are going to take... Okay, we can close this door. Thank you very much. We don't need that open anymore. These tubes take a lot longer to reload.
Steady on course. 109.
So we're just gonna keep boogieing, gonna keep moving. But he was quick on that rocket launch, man. That was a quick return fire there. Very quick. This is gonna take 9 minutes. This is a 9-minute dry reload here on the LA. But it's nice on the Kilo that it only takes 2 minutes for that dry reload. So if that thing can go 35 knots at 8 nautical miles, that's going to be like... It can run for 15 minutes or something like that. When did we get that undersea missile launch? 9:51. Okay, then we got that. So somewhere in here. 54. So we need to go to for like 10 more minutes here just to like verify that this torp is going to be dead. I'm just going to keep this run up for about 10 more minutes here. But yeah, we got him. We got that thing that sunk our carrier or whatever the story was. What was it? This thing sunk the carrier. A rogue submarine armed with nuclear warheads may be on the loose. Huh. Seems like this Kilo sunk it. I don't know. So yeah, we got him. We avenged it. All the action right here. All the other boats were like here, and then I'm like, oh my god, what's going on? Probably zooming in at best speed, but they probably heard that explosion. Bulkheads collapsing. I think this thing fell through crush depth. I saw a secondary explosion on the map there. I don't think it lists what its crush depth is. Kilo. I'm not sure which. I don't think it lists the whole numbers for each boat. Oh, it does. Okay, so that's not the whole number we're looking. These aren't the joys they're looking for. That is not the whole number either. Where's this whole number? Aren't we looking for 630? Who knows? It may not be Russian. It could be something else. I think it was paid by the Iraqis to do it, if I remember from the story. Something like that. Ugh. We are running. We are running. Running. I wouldn't be... Well, it was like constant bearing either means it's chasing us or it's circle searching, and I just happen to keep hearing it when it's like on the return leg of the circle search. But I'm not taking any chances here. So our max depth is 1476 feet. I'm pretty comfortable right here. This is fine. I'm assuming the torpedoes we're running from have depths that are deeper than our max depth. But it's worth checking out. Max depth, yeah, 2,600 feet. And then this one down here. Max depth, yeah, 2,300. So a Seawolf can't even outdive those. The Alpha in this game can't even outdive those. I think the Akula might be able to, ever so slightly. But we can't. We cannot outdive those torpedoes. Oh, still got a good chunk in here. Still got a good chunk. Thought he might have left. What is going on? Get out of that. There you go. Oh, this running is taking a while. Let's Part of me was always like, ew, I want to see where is it, but then the other part of me is like, no, don't do that. It could be trying to catch up to you right now. So we're gonna keep up. If it was a torp that could go 65 knots, that thing probably would have caught up to me by now. It's hard to say for certain. Can always let out.
Launch countermeasures. Aye, sir.
Just to be careful. These countermeasures take a while to reload too. On the L, it's also quick on the Kilo. Does it so quickly. I'm letting out this countermeasure to potentially try and stop and take a look. See what this torp is up to. Let's go ahead and do a little.
Come left to course 089. Hell my.
Try and do a little shimmy shimmy cocoa pop here. Get around this bad boy. Did this just get like a brighter shade of blue? I don't know. Let's go ahead and take a
Come
peek.
left to course 064. Hell my.
See what we can't see. See if this torp is still out there or not. Waiting for this turn. Man, we got lucky on that shot. Still, we got lucky. It was much further off than I thought. Much further off.
Steady on course 064.
Possibly could have seen that in the solution, but I was getting antsy. Okay, let's
all ahead standard. Hell my.
Standard it up and see what we got here. Okay. How long is that replay going to take? 16 times speed. 12 minutes? That's not bad. Okay, we're coming down, coming out. Oh, we should have been able to hear those pings if it was in the baffles. That's a thing in RA, isn't it? It might be gone. All quiet so far. Coming out. Coming out. Coming up, so you better get this party started. I think we're going to have to go down even slower. We're not going to
all ahead 2/3. Hell my.
There you go. Oh, right at standard is when it kicks out. It looks pretty... That's a whale. That's a whale, Beaumont. A whale. Alright, well that looks pretty good to me. Torpedo is gone. So there you go. Mission complete. Let's go ahead and check out that replay then. Torp is gone. So I'm assuming he probably launched the SSN-27 ASW there. Oh shit, never mind. There's the ping, 285. But I'm not seeing anything on the broadband, which means it's far away. So it's just out there circle searching. So it's going to be another like 5 minutes before this thing gets out of there. So that seems to be a slight something. That looked like a slight something. Yeah, there's something there. What is that? That's a slight something. Ever so slight, 1948-ish. Where are all the torps? All the torps are here. 1929, PMR2, Let me look up the ones that we were just looking at. AMR. What was that torp called? Reference. We had like the APR and the MPT. What was it? It was APR, wasn't it? I already forgot. APR, 3ME. Okay, it's not that. MPT. It's not that either. Okay. Looks like a UMGT. That's probably what it is, UMGT. As a typical torp, but it's distant. We've lost it. That appears to be it right there, but it's so far off. So yeah, let's go ahead and check out the replay. End mission. Yes. Replay. Truth. Ooh. Okay, so I was the only sub out here. There weren't any LA friends. All the biologics are my enemy. The trawler was my enemy. I don't know why. I guess the Kilo has not spawned as of yet. Let's play this stuff. The Kilo is not there. Interesting. Some kind of trigger spawns it. But there's a lot of shrimp and trawler and whale. Okay, the whales are pretty close in. I was kind of thinking that. The enemy trawler. Ugh. Might as well skip ahead. Not much to see for a little bit here. As long as it doesn't freak out. It usually doesn't like it when you skip ahead. Oh yeah, look at that. Not responding. Oh, there's the kilo. Okay, now it has spawned. Interesting that it took a little chunk of time for it to actually spawn. But there's the kilo. Oh, if we do this, it'll go a little faster if we hold the fast forward button. I'm not sure how much faster, but it goes a little bit faster. So yeah, that kilo was coming right for us the whole time. Which is interesting. I thought there were going to be friends around, but there are no friends. We were alone. As we're running around, looking about, mucking about. We probably got pretty close to those whales. I probably got pretty close to crashing into a whale. I'm not sure what happens if you do that. I remember you could do it in SSN and it would give you a little bit of damage, but I've never done it in dangerous waters because I'm not a horrible person. Yeah, we're going right for that whale, man. Like, sound collision. Oh, the kilo dropped off and came back. The replay is buggy. It's very... Man, we got really close to that whale. Holy crap, dude. We got really close to that whale. We almost crashed into a whale. Damn. That is crazy. There's your kilo. Just hanging out. Is it going 10 knots? It doesn't look like it's going that fast. It looks like it's going slower. Maybe it was snorkeling. I don't know. It's hard to tell. I don't think I would have heard it at 10 knots that far, but I don't think it was. I've yet to hear what a kilo sounds like snorkeling. I don't know. Has anyone heard a kilo snorkeling before? I haven't. I haven't heard any subs snorkeling, I don't think. It looks like there's a little course change in the kilo there. Looks like he moved a little more southerly. We hung out in this. We were really close to whales. I don't think I was paying much attention to that, but we were really close in. Am I not scrolled down on this? Okay. Whale Gray. Gray Lady Down. Is that a good movie? I've never seen that. Oh, it makes like a fishing boat sound or whatever. Trawler sound. I'm going to multitask by holding down the fast forwarding button and texting at the same time. Yes, that sounds fun. Making plans for tomorrow. I'm getting hungry. Almost dinner time here. Almost dinner time. I don't get why everything's enemy. Why would you make it I mean, I guess, I don't know, a different side for the biologics to make them enemy. The shrimp want to see me dead. It's basically what that's doing. That trawler, yeah, that was about where I thought he was originally. Kind of far out there. Kind of putzing around. Hope not actually fishing in this storm. Oh, the whales turned around. Oh, they sped up. Oh, the whales sped up. Oh, they're going fast. Look at that. The whales sped up and turned around. Now they're going slow. How fast can the whales go? Who knows? Maybe we should just go to the end and... Let's do this. We're going to go to the end. The game is going to freak out. We're going to go to the end and work backwards. See what we got going on. Because it doesn't really like it when you skip around a lot. But we're going to do it anyway. I don't know why it doesn't like it when you skip about. It's just going through a text file. It shouldn't be this gargantuan task. Oh boy. It's freaking out. Let's see if it'll recover. If not, then we'll just have to wait and see. Dooba-dooba-doo. Oh, on July 31, the NASA spacecraft reaches apogee, the highest point in its orbit, and we'll start heading back to Jupiter. Nice. And it'll, I think it'll do another burn when it gets down to perigee again to tighten its orbit up a little bit. Because it's talking about science orbits. Yeah. Interesting. Okay, this is freaking out. Come on now. I will be right back. We'll see if this replay recovers. Ah, it recovered. Yay. Sweet. Let's see what we had here. Okay. Let us go back in time. This does not look right at all. My boat is not in the right position. Oh, these replays are so buggy. This is not right at all. Oh, it only fast forwards so slowly, or so quickly. Son of a gun. Thought it would go back at 16 times speed, too. Shit. Let's try and seek to here. Oh, the replay is all screwed up. No. Okay, there's me, but the kilo is not in the right place. Okay, now it's good. Is it gonna? If I keep seeking, is it gonna free? Oh, it's freaking out right now. Oh, what was that? Okay, there's a kilo going fast. Now it's okay. I'm sorry. The replay's bugged, everyone. I'm sorry. This isn't. Damn it. The replay's all freaking out. That's unfortunate. I hope it wasn't because I was skipping ahead, but the replay seems to be destroyed. Corrupted beyond all recognition. That's unfortunate. Okay. Damn, I wanted to see the replay. Now it seems to be all messed up. It has no problem going backwards in time. It just doesn't like going forwards in time. That doesn't seem to be right. Okay, this seems to be good here. Let's keep seeking. What are you up to? What are you up to, replay? I don't get why these freak out. You'd think it would just be a... Yeah, it's screwed. Ow. That annoys me as much as it annoys you all. That's very unfortunate. Okay. Well, what I'm going to do is... I'm going to share my Discord channel here. If you guys want to hang out afterwards, come into here. We're going to hang out. Might try and get a game going, get some multiplayer going, so head on over to the Discord here and go ahead and wrap up the stream. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you guys next time. Gotta do better in that Lotta quick mission. I'm getting my butt kicked. But yeah. Join up this Discord if you want to hang out. It's like a chat app. It has chat and voice going on at the same time. So yeah, see you guys later.